All right then, hello and welcome. Let's be honest, shall we? Trying to get any proper work done these days can feel like you're wrestling a greased-up badger in a phone box. It's chaos. So today we are diving into a brilliant guide for reclaiming your team's focus so you can actually get things finished. Come on then, let's crack on.
Right, first things first, a quick question for you. Does your team's collective focus feel a bit, well, busted? Like it's been on a 3-day bender and can't remember where it's left its keys? You are not alone. It's the curse of modern work. But don't you worry, we've got the remedy.
So, here's our little game plan for today. We're going to meet a team in a right old pickle. Then, we'll build them a fortress, tame their madhouse office, introduce the one thing at a time rule, write a Magna Carta of sorts, and finally, turn all that mayhem into pure magic. Stick with me.
Right then, Section 1. Let's meet our heroes, or maybe our victims, in this cautionary tale. This is Team Mayhem. It's what happens when you mix good people with some really bad habits, and of course, a chronic shortage of biscuits.
Now, the thing about Team Mayhem is they're all brilliant people, truly. The problem is, their workflow, well, it's a proper dog's dinner. It's just this non-stop barrage of pings, meetings about meetings, and so many interruptions that the idea of deep work is just a lovely dream. I've got a feeling that sounds painfully familiar to a few of you.
So how in the world do we help them? Well, first up, we need to build them a fortress. It's time to pull up the drawbridge and put a stop to those endless interruptions that can completely derail an entire day.
And this just says it all, doesn't it? Poor old Dave. We've all been there. Someone pops over with that killer phrase, "Can you just quickly?" And the next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock, your actual work is untouched, and you're wondering where the day's gone. That quick question is a focus assassin.
So here is the rather elegant Agile fix. You want to think of the team's manager or servant leader as a really good pub landlord. Their main job is to keep the peace and make sure the regulars, that's the team, aren't being hassled. All requests or orders go through one place, the product backlog. No one gets to jump the queue. Stakeholders get specific opening times to come and have a chat. They can't just wander in whenever they fancy. The whole point, the key principle, is to shield the team.
Okay, moving on. We've protected the team from the outside world, but what about the chaos happening inside? It's time to address the internal distractions and tame the madhouse office. Let's face it, the modern open-plan office often feels less like a workplace and more like the pyramid stage at Glastonbury on a Saturday night. It's just constant noise, zero privacy. The Agile fix for this is beautifully simple: the cave and commons model. The cave is your quiet space for focus. Think of it as your garden shed, a personal sanctuary for deep work. And the commons is like the village green, a designated space where you go for planned teamwork. You absolutely need both to function properly.
Okay, next up, we need to talk about the biggest lie we've ever been sold about productivity: multitasking. It's brilliant if you're a clown at the circus, fantastic. For the rest of us, it's an absolute productivity killer. So let's look at the one thing at a time rule.
Now get a load of this number, 40%. That's the potential productivity you can lose every single time you switch tasks. Every time you flick from a spreadsheet to answer an email and back again, wham, you're paying this colossal hidden tax on your focus. It's absolute madness when you think about it.
And this chart just lays it bare, doesn't it? On the left, you've got focused work, chugging along at a lovely 100% efficiency. But look at the middle. The second you start switching tasks, you're immediately down to 60%. And that huge chunk on the right, that 40%, that's just gone, vanished into the thin air of chaos.
So, what's the Agile fix? Well, it's all about discipline and having a single mission. The whole team works from one single, prioritized list of jobs. They have one clear goal for each block of work, or sprint. But the magic ingredient, the real secret sauce, is this: you have to limit your work in progress. It's a simple mantra that will change your life. Stop starting and start finishing.
Right. We've sorted the external interruptions and the internal distractions. But what about the friction that happens within the team? Miscommunications, people's weird habits. It's time to create our team's Magna Carta, a simple set of rules to stop arguments before they even begin.
So, what on earth is a team charter? Look, it's not some bit of boring bureaucratic nonsense, I promise. It's a simple, really powerful agreement that the team makes for itself. It's just a guide that says, right, this is how we're going to work together. And its entire purpose is to cut down on friction and build a bit of trust.
And it covers the real everyday stuff. Things like agreeing that Slack is for general chatter and memes, not for a 5-alarm fire.
Agreeing on basic meeting etiquette, like laptops down, focus up. Setting focus hours, my personal favorite is the no meetings before 11 a.m. rule. And crucially, having a plan for how to disagree respectfully so no one has a massive strop.
We're on the home stretch now, folks. We've built the fortress, we've written the laws, now for the final piece of the puzzle. The simple daily habits that are going to transform this team from pure mayhem into absolute magic.
And this is the very heartbeat of an Agile team, the daily stand-up. It's a ruthlessly efficient 15-minute meeting. Everyone just answers 3 simple questions. What did I get done yesterday? What am I cracking on with today? And the most important one, is anything stopping me? See, it's not a status report for the boss. It's a planning and help session for the team. And no rambling.
And here is another absolutely cracking idea: swarming. Forget everyone beavering away on their own little separate tasks. Swarming is when the entire team descends on the single most important piece of work to get it over the finish line. Just think of it like bees on a honeycomb, all working together. It's a coordinated effort to get the job done fast.
And the benefits of this are just massive. I mean, things get finished way faster. The quality shoots up because you've got more pairs of eyes on the problem. Knowledge gets spread around the team instead of being hoarded by just one person. And best of all, there's a lot less time spent just waiting around for someone else to finish their bit. It's all about flow.
So let's just bring this all together. This table sums up our whole journey from problem to principle quite neatly. For every classic workplace problem, interruptions, task switching, you name it, there's a practical, agile countermeasure that we've just talked about. And as you can see, each one is backed by a solid principle. This isn't just a random collection of tips, it's a complete, interconnected system for working better.
And look, if you only remember one thing from all this, please make it this. Focus isn't about willpower. It's not about pushing people harder. That just leads to burnout. True, sustainable focus comes from designing a better system of work, from creating an environment where people are actually set up to concentrate in the first place.
And that leaves us with one final thought to take away with you. Have a proper, honest look at your own team. Are they just busy, flitting from one thing to another in a constant flurry of activity? Or are they calm, focused, and actually truly getting things done? Because that difference is everything. Cheers for watching.